Well, welcome to our Post Intuit Connect App Academy. Excited that you're here. We have a great lineup of presenters today. And with that, I am going to hand over the mic to Austin at Yooz to kick it off. So are you ready?
I am super excited about this opportunity, Amy. Very much appreciate it. Just as a reintroduction, my name is Austin Im. I'm an account executive here at Yooz. I head up our QuickBooks Eastern division for our North American clients. So again, very excited about this opportunity for having us kick things off here. Now, today we are going to take a deeper dive on accounts payable automation, how we partner with your clients to for the best solution, essentially. And it is our job to be able to increase your advisory role to your clients, complete their solution needs, and really just nurture these deep-rooted relationships as well. So let's dive into our next slide. Now, you might be thinking, what really is AP automation? How will it help me? Here is a quick refresher on a couple of the benefits you and your clients can experience. So, automating accounts payable processes streamlines operation. It helps to eliminate manual tasks and accelerates invoice pathways. It is important that your clients experience straight-through processing. Only when there's a red flag on an invoice, for example, is when you will have full visibility on your exceptions to be able to intervene. Now, you will find that your team can focus more on strategic advising and less on repetitive tasks like manual data entry. Now, automation can also lead to enhancing accuracy by minimizing human error, ensuring that financial records are consistently accurate. This reliability is going to help build that trust within your clients, and again, to the point of strengthening that advisory role. Now, not only will business processes be enhanced, but you'll also gain real-time data insights and instant access to financial data, which allows CAS professionals to provide timely insights and proactive advice. With automated AP, you can monitor cash flow, track expenses, really just forecast with confidence. And finally, as your client base does grow, so do the complexities of managing accounts payable. Automation scales effortlessly, handling increased volumes without compromising efficiency or accuracy. It is also going to be paramount that it be cost efficient. Reducing manual effort translates into cost savings for your firm and clients alike. Lower invoice processing costs means you can deliver more value-added services without increasing overhead. Hopping into our next slide here, now that you've got your basis of how AP automation can help, I'd like to call out the Yooz application for a moment. There are a few things that are crucial when you're looking for an AP automation tool. Here's really where Yooz is able to stand out. Number one, you're always going to have live support and implementation. While all the buzz today is about AI and how we leverage it in today's technology, we still firmly believe in a human approach and never want customers to be stuck talking to a robot for support. We take your concerns and feedback very seriously and have a dedicated customer support team to handle those needs. Also, you'll be set up for success with the help of our implementation team to make sure you're set up, customized, and confident in using the platform. A little bit into the customized solutions. You should never have to fit into templated workflows or be limited by how you need to run your approvals and those workflows. Oftentimes with technology, you'll find yourself having to comply with the limitations of the solution's functionality and having to readjust your own standard business processes. With Yooz, we make it a point to conform to your AP operations, as you can have an unlimited number of steps, users, approvers to fit your most simple or your most complex workflows. Finally, here, taking a look into security and compliance, Yooz hosts all of your documents in one centralized location and provides detailed audit trails for each individual invoice. You can search by keyword to locate any invoices in question, and our system is going to help fight fraud by flagging fields that look incorrect, alerting you of duplicates. And as well as we are going to be able to pride ourselves on the innovation dedication to improving our cutting edge technology. We do work with an R&D team that works full time on improving our product and bringing you guys the next best thing. Again, to the point of AI being a hot topic, it's really nothing new to us. We have been leveraging AI, machine learning, deep learning for years to bring you the highest data extraction rates and straight through processing that learns the more you use the product. If we go a little bit more in depth on how we can help your clients realize true value through these different components. Well, first of all, we have a very user-friendly platform, which you'll see here in a second. No matter the skill level of your team or the financial background, the Yooz platform is built for everyone. This is one of the areas that we actually do receive a lot of positive feedback from our clients, especially with the small businesses and mid-market companies where small teams are working on a multitude of roles. We often hear how surprised they are to get up and running on our platform. So our easy-to-use interface is great for anyone, whether you're working in the office, using our mobile app on the go, tablet, doesn't really matter in that regard. Another game changer for clients is our dynamic workflows. We're going to make this easy for you and your clients, no matter how simple or complex, again, your workflows are going to be. Our goal is to be able to get them automated, bringing simplicity and efficiency. Being so quick and easy to set up, they are customized to your client's exact needs and not the other way around. You can have unlimited approval steps, flexible routing options to meet simple linear workflows, or even the most complex approvals. Now, Yooz does have a unique combination of AI-powered technologies to bring you the most powerful AP automation solution, and a key piece of this is going to be the smart data extraction combined with our AI deep learning and big data-based technologies. With this combination, Yooz automatically reads 85% of your invoices straight out the box. You don't have to teach the system or preset fields. And again, the more you use it, the more it's going to be able to learn. Again, to the point of AI being a hot topic right now, again, it's nothing new to us. We are proud to say that our technology is AI powered and has been for years. By leveraging this, we bring your clients the highest level of automation we can, along with things like providing added benefits like duplicate detection, field errors to ensure you can catch any discrepancies before they can cause issues. Now we're going to take a moment to switch gears over to a live demo of Yooz for you to visualize what we've discussed so far. So give me one moment while I look to switch screens here. All right. Murph, are you able to see that on your side? Just making sure.
I am.
Perfect. Great. So this is going to be the Yooz demo. Let's go ahead and get straight in. If I go ahead and hit login here, a big thing that we can support is multi-entity setup, right? If you and your clients have a lot of different entities, you would be able to access your client's entity over here. We can give them separate applications, but if not, we can just make it so that you have the ability to view everything under one pane of glass for your client invoicing data. And we can also just do this by filtering, which client you want to be able to see the invoices associated with that particular entity. So that is how we are able to approach that multi-entity setup for you guys. Now, with this being said, this is going to be the main user interface of Yooz. Again, we try to keep everything pretty sleek, clean, so that once end users take a hold of this product just once or twice after using it, they're pretty familiar with it and they can jump right on it. So currently we are in the My Tasks workspace. We are currently under the user profile of Andy, the accountant. Now, Andy's role here, he will process everything in his to-do list. When invoices start coming over, Andy's role here is to be able to review a couple of these invoices before sending them off to the approver and submitting them. Now, we also do have our in progress list. We have this because everything that's out of Andy's queue, you're still able to see them even if it's out of your queue. And this helps to be able to track invoices, make sure that nothing is falling through the cracks there. A big key point about Yooz as well is control and consolidation. What I mean by consolidation is it's not just AP automation that we're looking at purchase to pay automation. We're not going to get too knee deep into the solution itself, but if you wanted the ability to create purchase requisitions, purchase orders, we do have a module that can take care of that. Now, biggest question is, how do we actually get these invoices into the system? You might be wondering. Well, we can head over into our Capture workspace. If a couple of your vendors are sending over invoices via email, that is perfect. What we'll be doing on our end is setting up auto forward rules to be able to take those invoices from your AP inbox and having them auto forward into the Yooz application. Use case for this, is for you not to be able to download these invoices, save them to a backup folder, any of that. Instead, we'll be taking them directly into our electronic database. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and manually upload an invoice, that is no problem at all. I can select a couple of files here, go ahead and import, and this is where our first error message is going to pop up. Some files are detected as duplicates, right? This is the portion of the control that we're discussing to make sure nothing is going through the system when it doesn't need to be. I'm going to hit yes. What this will do is start the OCR or the smart data extraction process down here for us to be able to reinforce using AI to be able to extract the documents in 20 to 35 seconds. So while these documents are currently using, let me head over into our settings here and show you what I mean a little bit more about the workflows. Now, once I land in here, things may look a little bit complicated. Maybe they look even a little bit simple. The reason for that is because our implementation team does a wonderful job in hearing what kind of rules you need to be able to route these documents in the most efficient, effective manner. In my demo environment, I have 3 steps. Number 1 is to review. Andy will be the person to be able to be the default reviewer. After he goes ahead and submits them to an approver, the system is going to ask, which approver are we going to send it to based on what rules? Well, hey, if there's an invoice more than $2,000, that is totally fine. We will go over to our secondary bucket here. If there's an invoice more than $4,000, it will go to project approver A. If it is between $2,000 and $4,000, it will go to project approver B. So there's different things that you can mess around with as far as the dollar amounts, GL accounts. You can add these criteria on top of each other to be able to achieve the exact result you want. And then we can even take it as simple as, hey, let's send it to approver A first, then approver B, the CFO, and then we're going to be good to go from there. Now, a couple of those documents now should be good to go. And we have our to-do list, as I have mentioned. So again, Andy's role here is to be able to look at his task. It is to be able to review. All you would have to do is click on this line for Granger. With this Granger invoice, there's really 3 things I would like for you guys to see. Number 1 being the Granger invoice here on the right. Number 2 is our header field information here to the left. And then third would be the line information down here at the bottom. So I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a little bit of purple highlighted text within this invoice image. That is the key data that Yooz was able to identify that we used during the OCR process of 20 to 35 seconds. We pulled that over into the left-hand side. And so these fields are automatically going to be pre-filled, right? So best practice for your team today is not anymore to be able to manually enter this data into QuickBooks anymore. Rather, you're going to want to click on this document date field. It's going to create a red bubble among your corresponding data set. So invoice date, your document date, same thing. And all your AP staff is having to do is validate and tab through. So the document date is going to be correct. I tab through. This invoice number is also correct. You can see that when I tab through, it will skip to the section on the invoice. Let me tab through again. The due date is also correct. And now even the total amount as well. So really, this is how we're going to be help streamlining AP operations and making sure that your clients can take advantage of things like taking advantage of early payment discounts, making sure that a late payment is not something that's going to be, happening again with an automation tool in place, such as Yooz. With this being said, I'd like to talk about the integration with QuickBooks a little bit more in detail as well. Integration is very clean. It's a 2-way API sync with QuickBooks Online. Any changes, any information that you process within Yooz that you do, it will get automatically posted over into QuickBooks, as we also do have our payment features as well. And any changes you make in QuickBooks, any vendor changes, any address information changes, it will get automatically synced back into Yooz as well. So with that being said, from Andy's perspective, all I would have to do here is hit submit. And based on the rules that you tell us, again, that will go over to the approver. Now, a couple other things I can do for this example, it's going to be general petroleum. If I wanted to allocate certain amounts over to our line information, for example, line 1, I want to click on this 2376 amount. You can physically click on the invoice image itself to bring you that value. Same thing for the second line, and the third line will automatically populate. Let's go ahead and submit this one as well. Now, as far as reviewing those invoices, you can see that it's pretty easy, pretty clean. Let's head on into the perspective of the approvers to make sure that not only will the AP staff have a better time with their efficiency, however, we want to make sure that all departments experience time savings. Let's go ahead and impersonate Amelia, which is going to be our approver. So with Amelia's to-do list, she has her own tasks to be able to approve. The interface will look likely the same, but again, this task will be a little bit different. Now, when I head into Granger, we want to make it pretty simple for her. We want to make it so that really they either have the option to approve or to reject. So we'll make this pretty simple. I'll go ahead and hit approve. And we will be good to go from there. So that's how easy it is to approve. You are able to, again, approve on your phone, your tablet, your computer. It doesn't really matter. We also do have capabilities in which you can batch approve invoices as well. Following this, if interested, we do have a payment option to where you can automate your payments within Yooz, ACH, check. We handle Canadian, we handle USA. We're able to handle the payments with virtual credit cards. All this would do is after approval, it will go over to payments. You're able to pay within Yooz with the same process that I just showed. And then you would be able to have this information all sync back into QuickBooks for there to be an open bill inside of QuickBooks there as well. So that being said,
Austin,
yes, sir.
I'm gonna throw you a little scenario here and have you just tell us exactly kind of how that would work. I'm sitting on the patio of my B&B in Bermuda watching the water, and I'm anxiously awaiting my administrative assistant back at the office to approve our new membership for NetJet so I can have them come pick me up and take me back home. And what I need to know is I realize she has reviewed and the AP staff have reviewed the invoice. And what am I going to get on my cell phone in the way of a notice that I need to approve this? Is it going to come in as an email? Is it going to come in as a text message? Or am I going to have to keep watching an open app?
Excellent question, Murph. First off, hope you're enjoying that vacation. It sounds lovely, if I may say so. Now, as far as the notification goes, they will be receiving email notifications on their phone. And so it's not like the approvers need to be able to, sit on the application itself and wait for anything to come about. Rather, you will get notified about these notifications, and they can process it from wherever they are with the cloud access. Might I add, if you are on vacation, we can also delegate some of these features with our delegation feature. And so we can transfer your current tasks as the approver over to someone else while you enjoy that time in Bermuda. So hopefully that helps to answer your question, Murph.
Great, thanks.
There we go. Perfect. So other than that, the last thing I'll cover on the demo here is going to be our reporting features. Now, with the searching, it's very easy. If you wanted to be able to search for something that might seem a little bit random, drum, I can hit search and it will pull up one result. If I click inside of here, the word drum is not located in any of the header field information or the lines. It's located within the image of the invoice, letting you know that the OCR or the data extraction is going to be working as intended. building off the searches, you can create clever reports. While AP automation is all about processing data quickly and efficiently, it's also about making sure that you understand the cash flow and understanding, hey, where exactly are the payments going to? What GL account is it being taken out of? Things of that nature. So you can build reports with the criteria that you choose. For example, I have a few uploaded here on my dashboard. Granger invoices captured this month. I have one result if I click inside of it, but keep in mind, again, these are in real time. So if I get a Granger invoice tomorrow, then this dashboard, this report will update to 2 results. Same thing with amounts over 500 coded to a certain account, amounts over 500 and contains the word drum, so on and so forth. So you can really build this out to be able to view what kind of client information is going to be the best to be able to make the best real-time decisions for that client as well, and providing them with that real-time data. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to come right back over to the slide deck presentation.
Austin, we do have a question.
Yes, Amy.
Does it scan the item/service field? I'm assuming they talk about the invoice that you imported into the system.
Could you repeat that question for me one more time?
Does it scan the item/service field?
Item/service field. That's an interesting question. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on the invoice itself. I really don't have an answer to that right now, as I don't believe there might be enough context in that. But what I can do is connect with you a little bit after as well, and making sure that we can make sure to get that answer for you.
Perfect. I'll share that with you.
Thanks for jumping in for there, Amy. So let me go and share my screen again. Now, finally, while we take the plane for a landing here, we understand partnerships. We have an extensive partner program and want to equip you with the best product and resources to be able to add value to your clients. We do have a dedicated support and sales team for partners. You're going to get specific partner attention for any onboarding, integrations, questions, concerns. We're going to make sure that you and your clients get the attention they need. And you can count on us to be an extension of your team and bring your clients the same level of attention and care. Along those lines, we'll arm you with the tools and assets you need for role-based selling. With specific language and positioning, your clients can easily see the benefits and outward effects of our product, no matter their role. You'll know exactly where you and your clients stand along the journey to efficiency with Yooz, because we will provide timely reporting on all leads, so you're never left guessing. We also make this easy for you and your clients with fully customizable solutions to mirror the client organizations. Your clients will feel like Yooz is an extension of their own organization, making their day-to-day processes more simpler. And we're going to meet you where you are. No matter what products your clients are using, we're going to be a resource to them. 97% customer satisfaction to clients. Like I said, we're going to make sure everyone is well taken care of. Our 97% customer satisfaction for partner clients speaks for itself. You can own the margin through product implementation and tier 1 support. We're going to be able to help build relationships with you and market with you through co-branded marketing events. Now, from here, we want to be able to wrap up with a bit of a summary about Yooz. We're going to be a global leader in procure to pay or purchase to pay automation, meaning we help you streamline and automate your AP processes from start to finish. We're born in the cloud in 2010. However, we do have 35 plus total years of process automation and deep OCR experience. It's a bit of a spin-off from world-class on-premise based AP automation provider over in France. We do have over 200 employees, offices in the US and Europe, 4,000 global clients, millions of documents per year, 30 countries covered, over 250 ERP integrations, passionately committed to innovation. And you can see that from the 25% of our income reinvested back into research and development. So with that, while I wanted to leave, I know there's a little bit of time left. Were there any other questions I wasn't able to see on my screen, Amy?
Yes, he's clarified. So vendors may have their own SKU, but the item itself may have a manufactured part number that is universal to match.
Great question. So that might depend on if it's going to be, is that a line item? Is that going to be part of the invoice itself? I think there's different things that we can discuss when retrieving information off the invoice. So that is something that we'd be able to, dive a little bit deeper with you on that. Sorry, I'm not able to see the name on there, but
It's
yes, we can talk.
James.
James, there we go. Thanks for that question, James.
Yes. Let me launch your poll while we're wrapping up. So yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know. But if you'd like to learn more about Yooz, of course, let us know as well. And we can have the team reach out to you to get any other questions you have might need answered, and or more in-depth demo and so forth. So
Austin, you mentioned, QuickBooks, of course, but you also said you integrate with 250 ERPs, accounting solutions, etc. And can you name just a few of the most common besides QuickBooks? This was a question, we weren't supposed to ask last week when we interviewed y'all. They don't like us talking about other ERPs at Intuit Connect. But anyway,
Of
yeah.
course. Yeah, of course, Murph. I mean, it's a fair question, when clients, maybe they have different needs, right? ERPs are all about client needs. So as far as different ERPs that we work with, of course, along with QuickBooks, we have strong connections to Sage Intacct, NetSuite, Microsoft, BC, F&O. If you need to be able to, even a dealer management software, CDK is one big one that we work with as well. So really, we are ERP agnostic, and we'd be able to connect to some of those ERPs, and a lot of them had that fact. So hopefully that helps to answer that, Murph.
Well, and as far as smaller accounting systems, do y'all work with Xero?
Of course, we do have integrations with Xero as well.
I know we've got a lot of people who are considering moving from QuickBooks to Xero, so it's important to ask that question.
Of course, right. Awesome, you bet. Well, I know I'm ending my time here, but it was lovely to be able to present to all the folks that attended here today. So I'd love to talk more about, how we can specifically help you guys as companies. So please, feel free to reach out for a personalized demo. Again, if we didn't get to any of your other questions, someone on our team will reach out shortly. Again, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
thanks, Austin.
You bet.
Bye,
You too.
everyone.